Gu Changge slammed his palm onto the table angrily, questioning, indiscriminate killing. Which one of your eyes saw me indiscriminately killing people? Gu Changge continued, I don't destroy or annihilate countries for no reason. If I come across an opportunity on the cultivation path, should I be humble, not fight, not compete? Is that still considered cultivation? I might as well hang myself with a rope, since sooner or later, someone will kill me. Hearing Gu Changge's manipulative words, she froze. Gu Changge said, do you know how many people are eyeing my identity, my position? They eventually failed in the struggle and could only die. What you see is only when I am still alive. Everything I do is just to stay alive. Is it wrong to want to live? Sha Sha lowered her head in silence. Then, Gu Changge pretended to be the victim, forget it. You wouldn't understand even if I told you. Sha Sha immediately retorted. If you know I don't understand, then why say it? Gu Changge turned and left, saying, because I'm in a good mood now. If you're in a good mood, then let me go, she thought, has he already found the ancestor of humans? Gu Changge turned back and said, it's not impossible to let you go, but it's not the right time yet. But I think it will be soon. She shouted loudly at Gu Changge's back, Gu Changge. Stop looking for the ancestor of humans, you underestimate his methods. There are many forces behind him, all your plans will be in vain. Don't you want to live? Then hurry up and hide, stay away from the ancestor of humans. Gu Changge turned back and smiled, are you thinking of me? Though I'm happy, the one who should hide is not me, but him. Then, Gu Changge took Sha Sha outside. Sha Sha was surprised, this is the core of the array I set up, now the entire world is under my control. Although I haven't found that ancestor of humans, tell me, who should be hiding? Sha Sha secretly reached behind to send a message to the ancestor of humans. But Gu Changge immediately pulled it back into space, it's already merciful enough to let you out for a breather. If you dare to interfere with my plan, things won't end well. She thought to herself, I've already sent the location of this place. After sending Sha Sha back, Gu Changge thought, everything is ready. I should thank you, Sha Sha. Jiang Yang. Jiang Yang, the heir of the ancestor of humans hall, Yu Mingkong, has prepared a great gift for you, you must come now. The scene switches to Jiang Yang's room, holding a letter, supposedly sent by the saintess. He thought. The fluctuations of the ancestor of humans hall's secret method are faint, but it is indeed there. Secret technique, and the location of this technique is exactly where we agreed to communicate. Then, he showed a sly smile, first, use the token to test the waters, then use the secret method to verify the identity. Then, he laughed loudly, not bad, the heir of this generation is indeed cautious, but he came at just the right time, just in time. The scene shifts to outside the Holy Land, where the sky is filled with dense lightning, and the ground splits in half. Such a shocking commotion, what happened in the martial transformation heavenly pool? Several people spoke in confusion, it's that immortal, I heard he's already entered the heavenly pool. If we follow, we'll get nothing and suffer huge losses. No wonder it's so chaotic. That immortal's power is truly terrifying. The scene switches to Gu Changge, who is recklessly moving through the lightning, with bolts of lightning shooting out in all directions. Gu Changge wore a cold smile as lightning occasionally flashed beside him, making the scene spine-chilling. A threatening voice came from inside, intruder, die. Before the words finished, a sword light shot toward Gu Changge. But Gu Changge lightly jumped, easily dodging the strike. A group of people here are still discussing intensely, what are those giant divine armors? Their power is too overwhelming. Only a ghost knows that just one of them could kill us, let alone so many. Gu Changge stood amidst the massive divine armor legion, as it attacked him while saying, intruder, kill. Intruder, kill. Gu Changge spread his palm, revealing a divine sword in his hand and said, as expected of the ultimate technique of the human race, truly interesting. As soon as the words left his mouth, he cleaved one of the divine armors into hundreds of pieces. Then, the light in Gu Changge's eyes flickered with fiery red brilliance. Next, a beam of sword light pierced through the body of the divine armor. A few wide-eyed people with their mouths open in the shape of an O exclaimed, truly an immortal. His power is too strong. At this speed, it will be over soon. Then we can pick up some leftovers. Meanwhile, Gu Chang'e was flying around, surrounded by red lightning. His speed was truly astonishing. But suddenly, a divine armor blocked Gu Chang'e. A group of people were shocked and said, "Am I seeing things? Did that immortal actually lose momentum?" Suddenly, Gu Chang'e realized a familiar aura. A giant divine armor stood in front of Gu Chang'e. Anyone who trespasses the heavenly pool will die. At this moment, Gu Chang'e recognized that it was a very rare ancient divine armor. Gu Chang'e felt something was wrong, and just as he thought of it, the divine armor had somehow already appeared behind him. Its speed was truly incredible, and then, in front of everyone, the ancient divine armor swung its sword light, cutting Gu Chang'e into two pieces. Gu Chang'e showed an expression of pain and fear, regretting, "I didn't expect that I would die here." A few cultivators were both shocked and afraid. What is this monster? Even the immortal, so powerful, was killed. Run, run. If that divine armor notices us, we're dead for sure. Hurry and send a message, there might be a great disaster coming soon. The scene shifts to Tiantian's location. She and her grandmother had just received the news that Gu Chang'e was dead, but she still couldn't believe it. Impossible, how could Master be dead? Master is so strong, how could he die? Grandmother saw Tian was saddened, went over to hug her, and comforted her. Tian, don't listen to their nonsense, it's just the cultivators. Side of the story. Tian, after hearing her grandmother's words, asked, "But Grandma, why did the jade pendant master left me shatter? Why did it end up like this?" Tian held the broken jade with both hands, crying as she held her face. Master had clearly said, he said he would definitely come back. The entire room was silent. Watching the little girl cry, everyone silently felt heartbroken. The scene shifts to Jiang Yang, who laughed smugly and said, "Ha ha ha, truly foolish, so foolish. Not only stupid, but also arrogant. If it were me, I definitely wouldn't take the risk myself, thinking I'm invincible." She broke into a cold sweat when she saw this scene. I never expected that the immortal would die in Jiang Yang's scheme. What kind of terrifying trap is there in the Wuhua Tian pond? Jiang Yang continued to enjoy himself. He's just an insignificant immortal. To go against me, does he think he's some kind of demon ancestor or Tao ancestor? Not killing him myself was really letting him off easy. The girl standing beside him thought, Jiang Yang's identity is definitely not simple. His methods are more terrifying than his cultivation. It seems my guess was right. Thankfully, I chose to work for him. Suddenly, a group of people flew in from the sky and stood in front of Jiang Yang. The girl loudly asked, "Who?" Then she realized that the aura of these people came from the upper realms. Jiang Yang asked them, "This is a big deal. Where is your master's person? Let her come out and meet me." A military officer stepped forward and bowed to Jiang Yang. "The master has been waiting at the center pavilion for a long time. Please. Sir, come quickly." Jiang Yang looked at him and said, "What happened to the current heir? How dare she make me go meet her?" The military officer replied, "This matter is important. Please forgive me, sir." Jiang Yang could only helplessly say, "Sigh, looks like the rules of the human ancestor hall will repeat again." Switching to the center pavilion, the military officer entered and reported, "The holy maiden has been delivered." Inside, the holy maiden was sitting and playing the guqin. She said softly, "Are you Jiang Yang?" Jiang Yang said seriously, "Since you know my identity, be careful with your words." "What do you mean by lacking manners?" "That's right, I am the one you must desperately search for." She stood up, "Good." Jiang Yang thought to himself, the rules of the human ancestor hall really are ineffective, but their eye for choosing people isn't bad. She turned and said, "You're useless now, go die." Jiang Yang and the girl standing behind him both froze, not understanding what had just happened. The girl stepped forward and said, "Sure enough, she is the holy maiden, even a saint. This is an ambush. It's over this time." Jiang Yang calmly asked, "You're not from the human ancestor hall, so how do you know my identity?" She couldn't be bothered to answer. "Forget it, no need to say more. Today is the day you die." At that moment, she stopped pretending and directly attacked. Jiang Yang then recognized that the holy maiden was the female lead from before. She softly said, "You're about to die, why ask so much?" He smiled strangely, showing an evil grin, and then concentrated his spiritual power in 2 fingers. It doesn't matter whether you're with that person or not, you'll beg me to spare you later." His spiritual power grew stronger in his hands, and he confidently shouted, "How much can you endure? This is the supreme power." At this moment, the girl wasn't weak either. She cast a formation, making a crack sound, scattering the spiritual power in Jiang Yang's hands. Then both of them suddenly froze, standing in the grass like confused fawns. Jiang Yang's face changed drastically. He thought to himself, "What's going on? Why can't I use the supreme immortal bone power? Could that person be betraying me?" The girl rushed up and swung a knife toward Jiang Yang's neck. "Stop pretending." A small hand gently slapped Jiang Yang's face, sending him flying. He spat out a mouthful of fresh blood. In pain, he covered his face and cursed, again with the face slapping, "How much do you people like slapping faces?" The girl didn't understand why he said that, thinking he was rambling. She then immediately performed the imperial technique, extinguishing Heaven's sword, a giant long sword slashing toward Jiang Yang. Jiang Yang, seeing this, immediately shouted, "Do you think I'm so easy to bully?" He used the immortal staff seal to counter, and the seal flew out, colliding with the holy maiden's giant sword, causing the entire sky to light up. The 2 attacks collided, erupting with a deafening sound. Smoke and dust filled the air. The girl covered her eyes and looked around, but couldn't find Jiang Yang. She looked to the other side and found a woman being beaten terribly, unable to stop herself from crying out, "Jiang Yang, come save me." Another massive explosion occurred, with debris flying everywhere. In the end, all that was left was one of the woman's shoes. The 2 elders looked around, confused as to what trick Jiang Yang had used to save the woman and then rise into the air right before their eyes. At this moment, Jiang Yang was holding the severely wounded and unconscious woman. He had no choice but to use the power of the reincarnation seal to escape. Seeing this, the girl and the 2 elders immediately gave chase. "Jiang Yang, this place is already sealed off by us. Even if you grow wings, you can't escape." Jiang Yang frowned and coldly sneered, "You want to keep me here? With these broken things, you're not worthy." Jiang Yang dashed through the air, fleeing madly. He crashed into a stone tablet and continued to run. At this moment, the girl realized that he had just used the ancient substitution technique. The elder said, "This must be a trap he had set up long ago." The girl had to praise him, "No wonder he's the human ancestor, his methods are brilliant. He's really not easy to deal with." At this time, a subordinate came to report, "My lord, when that immortal descended to the lower realm, the first place he landed was the feathered sky pond. Forces like the Xian domain and Tai Su sect have already received the news and are gathering people to head to the immortal staff holy land." The girl sneered, "He can escape for a day or 2, but can he escape for 10 years? Let's go to the immortal staff holy land. Also, send a command to the heavenly domain, the disciple Jiang Yang from the immortal staff holy land is a demonic cultivator. Anyone who shelters him will be purged according to the law." On the other side, Gu Changde had appeared with an announcement, the immortal Jiang Yang from the upper realm was defeated, unwilling to accept it. His mind collapsed, gaining 8,000 points of luck and 40,000 points of destiny. Gu Changde smiled, "Such a quick harvest. Has Minkuan's plan already taken effect?" With the traps she set, Jiang Yang will probably be in for a tough time. Well done. We weaken his luck 2 more times, and he will act soon. But trying to eat me is truly difficult. You even set up these things to suppress your great saint. However, it's a pity, this power is still far from being able to deal with me. Once I refine the Nirvana Blue Lotus, there will be no place for you in the heavenly God realm. Then, it will be time for me to meet you. I really look forward to it. What kind of expression will you have, Guiyang? Haha. The scene shifts to Guiyang, who has successfully escaped. He said angrily, "Damn it, who did this? I can't believe the soul fragment of the Supreme Fairy was erased." The girl also asked in surprise, This is the ancestral worship place. Why has it turned into this?" While he was enraged, 3 figures suddenly flew in from the door, found him. "He's here." The girl turned and warned Guiyang, "Holy Lord, someone is coming." The Holy Lord and 3 immortal lords arrived, angrily saying, "The forbidden ground is destroyed." "Guiyang, do you know what you've done?" Guiyang didn't even look back and directly cursed, "You fools, what have I done?" This should be your question. Why were you guarding the forbidden ground? The Holy Lord shouted angrily, "Damn it, now it's being spread everywhere that you're a demonic cultivator. The immortals and all major forces are hunting you down, and they have surrounded the entire immortal sect Holy Land. Do you still want to act like nothing is happening here?" Hearing this, Guiyang turned around, pointed directly at the Holy Lord's face and said, "Do you believe me when I say that woman harmed me? It's a pity you're the Holy Lord, yet you're being played by someone without even realizing it. The immortal sect Holy Land will eventually be destroyed under your hand." The Holy Lord was very angry at this point and gathered spiritual power. The girl pleaded, "Holy Lord, please listen to me. The destruction of the forbidden ground has nothing to do with Guiyang. When we arrived here, it was already." Before she could finish, the Holy Lord interrupted, "Enough. Stop arguing." The elder said, "The Holy Land treated you well. Yet you went to help that monster do such reckless things. Truly disappointing. Today, neither of you will escape." As he spoke, the Holy Lord thought, "That immortal is dead, and I was still counting on you." Now, one after another. Then the Holy Lord shouted, "Why haven't you caught this kid yet? Do you think you can still play tricks with upper realm methods?" The elder immediately rushed forward to explain, "No, that's not it, please, Holy Lord, calm down." Yang ignored him, coldly saying, "Looks like it's impossible to explain now. I originally wanted to take care of the immortal sect Holy Land after I succeeded, but you people are becoming more and more reckless." The subordinates behind the Holy Lord saw this and said, "Holy Lord, the elder and Guiyang have chaotic auras and are injured. They indeed fought with the immortal." The Holy Lord replied, "I see it. The immortal sect Holy Land must not be allowed to be dragged down by him and be destroyed. Everyone, act together and capture him." At this moment, Guiyang laughed loudly, holding his forehead, "Good, good, good." Then he turned to the Holy Lord, his eyes showing a terrifying light, and said, "Today, I want to see if you have the ability." Outside the immortal sect Holy Land, the immortal and the others had surrounded it. It seems the immortal sect Holy Lord is truly a wise person, able to distinguish the current situation. Very clever, but still not enough. Guiyang has many tricks, and you are all veterans of the heavenly God realm. Since ancient times, righteousness and evil cannot coexist. If the immortal sect Holy Lord loses, I trouble you all to remove this demon. Somewhere, Guachanga was coughing non-stop. And here, several elders said, "Rest assured, immortal Lord. If there's a demonic cultivator in the heavenly God realm, we will eliminate him." Everyone said in unison, "We will not decline this task." At this moment, in the closed space, the holy maiden Shu Shu felt a change. What's happening? Has that demon Guachanga broken through? She was no longer sitting in her chair but standing up. How is this possible? How could a low realm have the chance to let him break through? Then she thought to herself, could something have happened to the human ancestor? No, it shouldn't be. I've already warned the reincarnation of the human ancestor. Suddenly, a purple light flashed, illuminating the entire world. Then, the bulletin board appeared. Congratulations to the host, for refining the Nirvana Blue Lotus and breaking through to the consistent Holy Realm.